Mrs. Colleen King Cameron, the National Coordinator for Health and Family Life Education, with us in studio, addressing one of the issues in education. Colleen, welcome to the audience and the viewership. Tell us, what is HFLE? It's usually the shortened term for Health and Family Life Education.
Health and Family Life Education is a comprehensive life skill-based program which focuses on the development of the entire person or the whole person, in that it, one, enhances the potential of young persons to become productive and contributing adults. Two, it promotes the understanding of the principles that underlies the entire program.
That sounds pretty broad to me. And I'm sure that you could expand on that further. But tell us, what's the real relevance of health and family life education in today's society?
Health and Family Life program is, as I said, a life skill-based program. It can be used or should be used to change behavioral patterns, negative behavioral patterns that exist in society, from the cradle and even on to the grave.
So I think it's an all-inclusive program that you're speaking to here.
Yes.
But I'd like to disaggregate it into three distinct areas: the primary, the secondary, as well as the nursery. Of course, tell us, where do we start in terms of delivery of health and family life education? Do we start at nursery, primary, secondary? Where do we start?
We should start at the nursery level, simply because behaviors are learned. And if at a very early age we can equip our students with life skills, it will definitely create an impact, bring about a change in behavioral pattern, and that will in turn affect how society progresses.
So you're looking at the building blocks
Yes.
of behavior
Yes.
from the nursery level. What would be the implications, therefore, for our teachers?
Teachers, therefore, needs to adapt to changes. Teachers will be trained. Teachers needs to become comfortable with themselves, who they are, in order to be able to teach this curriculum effectively. So it has to do with the general attitudes of teachers as it relates to themselves.
But the teacher is not functioning in isolation here. So we've got the parents and we've got the children also involved in this triangular affair, as I like to call it. What are the implications for the parents in health and family life education?
In health and family life education, it deals with everyone. As we said earlier, an all-inclusive program. Therefore, it means that we will be affecting all aspects or areas of society. Now, parents, of course, will also have to adapt to certain changes with the kind of culture we have in our society, whereby some persons, parents, whether it be teachers, even to children, are not comfortable with certain topics being discussed in their presence. There will definitely have to be a different approach where they are concerned.
or the change in orientation
Yes.
toward the actual course content.
Yes.
Mm. That brings me to the point of our teachers' preparedness to deliver the actual content that we are speaking of. And I noticed that you've got a workshop planned where we're going to talk about that a little later on. Tell me why the introduction of HFLE at the primary level?
Definitely, we need to deal with or focus on the small age groups because I think I mentioned earlier, behaviors are learned. And if we're able to impact these lives from a tender age, they will go through life with these life skills. This program is centered around equipping our students with life skills so we can alter what is presently happening in society. That we're having a lot of negative behaviors, and in order for us to do so, equipping the students from a very tender age, definitely we will bring about the kind of changes we need.
So the teacher who's got to work with those at the primary level, it is very important that they be trained and be equipped with the appropriate skills to deliver this HFLE curriculum. Uh, how do you see this impacting on the behaviors progressively as they go toward secondary? In other words, you start it in the primary at the primary level. Is there continuity into the second, and how does it link as the child transitions through their biological development?
HFLE has been around over 20 years in Guyana. The infusion methodology was used to get the life skills over to students. HFLE has always been in the primary and secondary level. It may not have been called HFLE,
Okay.
health science being referred to,
Yeah,
and
some of us would remember that health sciences. Yeah.
right. But this curriculum has changed somewhat, whereby the focus is more skill based and not content based. Our intention is to have students acquire skills. So HFLE is centered around four themes or thematic areas. Those areas are self and interpersonal relationships, sexuality and sexual health, managing the environment, and appropriate eating and fitness.
Mm.
Because we're trying to create a well rounded person,
Individual.
individual.
It sounds to me as though there's some overlap here into physical education, human and social biology, or health sciences, as well as the individual being able to recognize themselves, understand who they are, what they must do, how they must fit into
Yes.
society, and all that. Starting at a pretty tender age, uh, and being delivered in the manner that it should be, then we should expect to see individuals fitting into society, fitting into their own environment in
Yes.
school in a more acceptable way. So,
Yes.
so you'd say that HFLE is actually targeting the behaviors of these individuals from a social standpoint.
Yes.
That's good. I somehow I'm enthused by the whole name, health and family life education, which brings me back to the fact of the family has got to be involved here. Parents have a part to play. The teachers have got their part to play, and the children. So we've been speaking about how this program is impacting on the lives of individuals, primarily the students. Now, I'd like you to tell me how is there any mechanism that you actually measure or monitor the impact of this program? How do you evaluate in terms of its impact?
With HFLE, we use mainly alternative forms of assessment. For example, teacher may ask students to provide a diary or a portfolio, and with that, students are being graded. Another thing that we do is we monitor the program by visiting the schools, have discourse with teachers and also children about their feelings, their views, even to their parents, how their parents are reacting to this program. And so far, we've had a lot of success stories.
Positive reviews.
Yes, head teachers have been reporting that they have noted changes in students' behavioral patterns. Not only that, students are quick to correct each other based upon what they would have gathered within the health and family life education classroom.
So it has been, making a positive impact. I know that you actually have a workshop that's going. Um, you're working with teachers. Um, Tell us something about this program. Who are actually involved?
At the moment, we are presently reviewing our primary school's curriculum as it relates to the grades 1 and 2 HFLE curriculum. So we have decided that we need to bring our teachers and make them comfortable with
Mhm.
this new or the changes within the curriculum. So this training we are having today lends itself totally to the curriculum. Our teachers needs to become more comfortable with any materials given or materials that are available
Right.
as it relates to this program. And our efforts today is to try to ensure that our teachers are equipped with the skills, become accustomed or comfortable with this methodology.
Mhm.
It is an interactive methodology whereby the teacher is the facilitator in the classroom
And not the teacher
and not
as
the teacher.
traditional.
Right. And one of the things I have discovered from visiting schools and having dialogues with some teachers is that it is seen as a content base. Therefore, it means that a lot of content or some amount of content would be given to the students. However, the focus of this program, as I mentioned earlier, life skills. So we teach them the life skills and ensure to the best of our abilities that they learn the steps to acquire or when using the life skills.
Great. So I'd say that overall it has been successful so far in terms of interacting with those teachers. The interactive approach is taking shape.
Yes, not only in Guyana, most of the Caribbean islands, they
Mhm.
have embraced this program and there are many success stories
Great.
out there.
Which makes
Um,
us parallel to what is happening in the wider
yes,
domain.
if I may go back a little, we have commenced our implementation process of health and family life education program in as a standalone subject or a timetable subject in 2010. And we started with 30 secondary schools. We have since expanded to an additional 40 in 2011, and this year we have expanded to another 35.
Great.
This program is designed to the grades 7 to 9 students. Of course, we do have the infusion methodology to some extent within the fourth and the fifth forms,
Mhm.
or the grades 10 and 11 forms. But presently, our focus is on the grades 7 to 9 as we implement this program.
Mhm.
And the students are responding in a positive manner to
Sounds exciting
this.
to me. I guess
Yes.
our teachers should be excited about carrying and delivering
Yes, they
this
are
HFA
very
program.
excited because they're seeing the kind of changes. Changes in some cases cannot or will not become happen overnight. However, they are seeing changes and they are very pleased. Okay.
Good. So I'm happy that you took time out to share with us what's happening with health and family life education. I'm sure that teachers out there, they might want to come on board and give you more support now that you've shared about this issue in education. Is there a telephone contact number that any teacher out there want to, you know, get some information from the HFLE unit? Could you share that number with us that they could make contact with you?
Yes, our number is 2256247.
Great. And I'm sure that they will show that number all over the screens in Guyana so that teachers could, really get on board with delivering health and family life education. It was great having you in company. We look forward to sharing some more issues in education when we're back.